Boom. Here you go. Alright, welcome to Raw Table Talk. Y'all know what's going on, man. Good Friday night. We hanging out, me and my co-host Dirt Dog. We in here. So, first thing we're gonna tap on tonight, man. We're gonna talk about these senseless killings and the murder of Takeoff. God bless the dead, man. That was a tragic situation, man. We hate that it happened. But man, let's talk about senseless killings, man, cause it's a whole lot of going on. Definitely in our city, man. Y'all getting real reckless with them straps. You feel me? Just hitting innocent people and just doing what y'all do. It ain't gotta be like that. You know. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't condone anything senseless. Like you need to think before you move. You gotta think about your future and think about what position you gonna put somebody else in by the move you finna make. I don't think I know the youngest don't think that far, and it's gonna take a lot of coaching and practicing. But y'all gotta think about that, man. Senseless killings gotta stop.
I really feel like, man, y'all, we raising a generation now, man, that really don't wanna, our grandmamas and I say our mamas, people my age, our mamas and grandmamas, bro, they realize the fact of working for something.
Mm-hmm.
And anything that was worth having, it was worth working for. I believe that this generation don't want to work for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And to be successful, it's gonna call raw table talk. But we just can't haphazardly do this.
Mm-hmm.
This call for work. People don't know that behind the scenes, bro. You got to get the lights. We gotta holler at boss lady over there. We got to do some things, man, to make it happen. We got to sacrifice some time. With the senseless killings, bro, I believe it's the easy way.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at it, man, we raising a generation that everybody want their 5 minutes of fame. Well, everybody ain't rappers. Everybody ain't ball players. Everybody don't have the grind to be a hustler. Everybody don't have the discipline to. And I don't advocate nothing, but I'm giving you some examples. Everybody don't have the discipline to cop, take the money, set aside your profit and your re-up, and go and cop again, and then keep your profit and invest it again. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That calls for work. That calls for discipline.
Right.
Pulling a pistol and shooting a pistol, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. Anybody could do it.
For sure.
And I believe that's why. And I'm gonna tell y'all young ladies something too, bro. Y'all make these fellas feel like that's cool. People only do stuff for. I'm telling you why men do stuff. Pac said it a long time ago. Pac said, "Man, I rap for the girls because girls buy records and guys gonna play what girls want to hear."
Mm-hmm.
Well, girls get these guys. All you girls want a bad guy, so you think until you see that bad side where he's slapping you side the head or something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And if you talk about senseless killings and you was mentioning Takeoff, bro. Senseless in the fact that sometimes, bro, you got to realize who you are.
Mm-hmm.
And bro, I ain't scared by a long shot. Never been, never have. My mama tell you, bro, I'm always head first.
Right.
My whole life, bro, since a youngin'. But I got whooped in preschool for cussing in the crib. My mama, this true story.
Okay.
My first words was coach words. Well, I almost got kicked out of elementary school.
Mm-hmm.
So I've never been scared. That's not to advocate anything. What I'm saying is, who are you proving something to? You got to ask yourself, bro, do you actually believe that you like that? Because if you knew you was like that, you wouldn't have to prove to somebody all the time that's what you are. I believe that these young fellas, man, that they feel like they got something to prove, and a pistol make them feel like they proving something. Mm-hmm. But when you take your pistol off of your bed or off your dresser, or when you pack your pistol in your mind, you're saying that I'm gonna kill me a nigga if you play with me. But look at the irony of that. You ready to kill another black man, bro. Hard as we done struggle to be free, hard as we done struggle to be equal, hard as we done struggle to make it in life, right. And you ready to take another black man out. And I don't advocate killing. I'm not saying I want y'all to don't misinterpret me. But we got bigger enemies that y'all are afraid to attack.
Right.
But y'all will kill me. You got bigger problems that you won't even face. You are scared to even talk to your old lady. but you would kill me.
Right.
You afraid to go of rejection. You afraid to go fill out for a job because you afraid to get rejected, but you would kill me.
Because that's what's easy.
That's what's easy, bro.
That's
People
easy.
take the easy way out all the time.
Yeah, it's easy to up this with a big dome 100 round or something on it. It's easy to up this and shoot it versus actually like having a conversation with a person or even throwing knees, even throwing hands. Like a lot of niggas don't fight no more. That's why I ain't gonna lie. Anytime I do see a struggle or a fight or something, I respect it because y'all stopped at stage 1 before y'all took to stage 3 and then went to killing each other. Because when we grew up, we weren't shooting and none of that. Man, we fought, 10-4. If all 4 of us get beat up fighting these 10 niggas, that's just what it is. We live to fight next weekend when we see y'all again. We gonna try to come with 10. But now it's just out the rip. Everybody up in straps on each other. And speaking from a personal experience, it's like, I done got jammed up on a shooting charge, so I can speak on like being somebody who avoided. I ain't gonna say I avoided the fight because I tried to fight, but that ain't work out. So being somebody that resorted to gun violence, it's like a different type of demon take over you, knowing you got this extra protection. Like, boy, I got this right here. Can't nobody touch me. I know, like, I'm him. I can go crazy. A nigga play, he gonna lay. So, like, you let that feeling take over. Then once the situation is over and you sit in the cell, it's like, damn, 2 minutes of feeling like, 2 minutes of letting this demon take over and really being in that mode, then really cost me my life. Or, cost a whole headache for, everybody involved with me. And, what I'm saying, God forbid somebody get hit or get laid out or something, now they family going through it. It's a lot of technicalities that come with just upping the strap and blowing. You just gotta, I don't know.
I believe this here too, man. I believe we watch too much internet.
A whole lot of that.
Cause see, over in the land, over there in Cali, where this real gang stuff going on, man. It's really like that.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And I believe that these people, they think they want that until you really gotta be like that. Like, I ain't never been, but I got some people that been in and tell you, man, you really gotta be on point wherever you go because it could go down.
No, for real.
And you went to the land?
Yeah. And I ain't gonna lie, the land was real. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like, niggas put us on one. Yeah. We had to get up out of there. Like, we lacking. We ain't got...
Little bro said our communication skills not up to par. If we learn how to communicate with each other, it will go a long way, and none of it is worth it. I feel you, but guess what that lacks at?
Testosterone.
Not only that, bro. It starts as a kid. I got a little boy at home, 7, right? And 7 doesn't communicate as well as because he's only 2. So when 7 wants something and he can't have it, he acts out. He'll cry, he'll fall out, and as people get older, if that's not checked at a young age, you'll never know how to communicate and you'll always act out. Mm-hmm. So when things don't go my way, I throw a tantrum. Well, tantrums at 7 age is just crying and kicking out. Tantrums at at a 19 to 20-year-old or 17 to 30-year-old is different.
Right.
It turns from crying to anger, from anger to aggression, from aggression to hurting someone.
Right.
Truth, love, like he said, bro, you don't know how to communicate. But also you said something earlier. You said, bro, because when you have the pistol,
it's like a demon takeover. It's like another feeling.
Put it in this aspect, right? People that our viewers that get a little change or know something about saving and putting up money. Bro, the best rule you can ever have. If I don't want to spend it, what should I do with it?
Save it.
Leave it home.
Oh, leave it home.
Don't take it.
Right.
Because when the music get to playing and the drinks get to pouring and the mood get to going right, boy, if I got it in my pocket, I'll think about it tomorrow. I say, you know what, I'm gonna get such owe me such again. I got this.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make double time at the job. So and then boy, what car just got that from me? He owed me such. You will spend it easy. It's the same thing with a pistol, bro. There is no communication when you got a pistol, especially when you're intoxicated.
Right.
When this solves everything.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Well, let's say if you're hungry and you ain't got no money, you'll figure something else out. Mm-hmm. But if you're hungry and you got, that's why they say you never go grocery shopping
Why you hungry?
Why you hungry?
I done heard that so many times.
Because you're gonna buy everything, bro. Never. And people, man, I better ride with your five, stay home. And I love Plies, but bro, they ain't what the flip side. What they ain't tell you is that you gonna be, boy, you might be never coming home again. Mm-hmm. Because you been, what's up, baby girl? That go my niece on
there. We got a lot on there. Let me see. We got Savannah, hey, yo.
Brax, what's up, Brax?
Yo, Brax, hey, man, make sure y'all shot G.R.'s.
Oh, boy, y'all gotta shot G.R.'s. Baby girl, I'm coming up there too. Get wife or something.
G.R.'s, drop the address in the comments, man, so they know where to pull up at.
Straight up.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all go get that.
But yeah, man, you gotta realize, bro, I believe it's our fault. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because I'm gonna say my generation, because we were so busy doing us, we ain't schooled nobody. See, and the generation before me, they schooled me. Like when I was a young boy, my daddy, man, my daddy from Miami, and my goddaddy, God bless it, dead Mr. Joe Brown, his mama used to be like the candy lady.
Right.
And not only was she the candy lady, she was the liquor lady. She sold plates, and in her yard it went down. So my dad and them would be out there, you know, doing what they doing on the picnic table, and and the people that gamble. It used to be a picnic table. You know how picnic tables have lines in them. Well, we used to get up under the picnic table, and when everybody put their money out, you know, they'd be drinking and carrying on. I'd get up under there, and with some tweezers, I pull the money through the table.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Finesse.
Yeah, but they drinking, they hold on, the pot ain't right. The pot ain't right, and you can count. And mess around, man, my God, that'll kick, you know, stretched his leg out and mess around and kick me and found out I was up under the table. And boy, I got the worst whooping of my life. But listen what happened. It taught me about stealing. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? It was funny to me. Cause I ain't had nothing to do with no money back then. Mm-hmm. I just was doing it because I could. I wasn't going to bed. I'm hanging with Daddy. Daddy can't go home without me, so I'm hanging with him.
Right.
And if it be 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm gonna be right out here with Pop.
Right.
But what those old fellas took, now once they got me from up under the table, what they'll do is sit down, young man. Look here, boy. Boy, you need. But if you want something, boy, go work for it. And they gave me life lessons back then. Mm. These young fellas, we don't give them life lessons because one thing, our generation, some of them done fell off to where they ain't in no position to tell nobody nothing.
Yeah.
Because how can you tell me something and you ain't following what you telling?
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Or, bro, I can't borrow no money from you because you borrowing money from me.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So the respect level goes, and I'm not saying money gives respect. I've always been able to demand respect because I carry myself in a respectable manner. Mm-hmm. There is no time a young fella could tell you he walked up to me and I treated him like he was nobody. But I'm going to greet him like the president. I'm going to stop what I'm by, pull my car with. There's some young fellas on here. Boy, Lil Yoda, he'll tell you. I always treated him like he was the president.
Right.
Greeted him like he was somebody. Made him feel like somebody his whole life. When Low Kiki Figure was doing our thing, we hit shows, I'm grabbing all the young fellas. Mm-hmm. Boy, Luke Kane, Super Baby, all the little fellas from Northside. Boy, I went to shoot my part of the video on Northside. Mm-hmm. Southside, we always embracing the youth. But I think it's a separation in between that now to where people don't embrace the youth no more.
They're scared of them.
Not only that, because I don't like what you do or because I don't agree with what you do, I I talk down on you.
Right.
But see, my daddy them generation, they ain't like how my hair was. Man, God dog, what you do? Man, get your hair, make your hair look neat, man.
Yeah, they trying to cut my hair and all that.
But even though he understands that, bro, I might not do that, but he still has a conversation with me. Mm-hmm. And this is what God does. God meets you where you are. These people are, if you don't change, you can't be with me.
Right.
But you don't understand something. When you first meet a girl, there might be some stuff that you don't like about her, but that ain't what you tell her when you first meet her.
Right.
When you first meet her, you don't say, hey, girl, boy, you know your skirt too little. Mm. Oh, boy, you know you hanging with that girl there. No, boy, I see something I like, I'm keen in on that. We'll work on that later.
Right.
But that's how God is with us. And I don't think that these young people, I don't think this generational gap, if we could just sit down and have a conversation, I would love to sit down and have a conversation with some of these younger. And truth be told, these old cats, these young cats, getting way more money than what we was doing when we were coming up. Let's just be real.
Yeah.
And if you hate on them, you're going to push them further away and they're going to crash. Why not embrace them? Bro, I would love to talk to these young fellas. I would love to talk to the busters. I would love to, I ain't gonna call his name Boston Rich. I love to talk to the Boston. I love to talk to the Bobby Fish kids. I love to talk to the Lil Bams, the NFL tour. I would love to talk to these young cats and sit them down and say, hey, homie, man, let's just chop it up. Cause I done been there. Right. Bro, I done been on every stage it could be. Bro, I done rap with some of the best artists. I done been on stage with them in the back room. I done did it. But I will say this. I ain't did what these cats done did. They done did a whole lot more than we did. And I salute it. I don't bash young fellas, man. And I did this. We had a conversation a couple times, and I forgot to mention this little fella. Big Trapper. Free Trapper, man. Before that man went in, that boy called me. Hey, man, pull up on me, man. Let me talk to me, man. And I told her, hey, man, whatever come with it, man, stand up. You all right?
Thanks.
Get what hey, man, I just need you to pray for me, See, that young man understands. Sure. And to this day, boy, in my prayers, I wake up 4 o'clock in the morning every morning, bro, and I list people by name. People that don't even know me or don't even know I know about them. I pray for them because I know what this world brings.
Facts.
God told the disciples this. He said, hey, listen, man. The devil is, I'm going to paraphrase, the devil is plotting to get y'all, man. Plotting to knock y'all off. But I prayed for you that you keep your strength. And I know, brother, the system's so messed up, they plotting on young fellas like y'all or like them. And I pray for y'all fellas. You feel what I'm saying? But we can,
well, yeah, man.
They got the heat on in here or something.
Nah, you were feeling that one.
Oh, yeah.
Feeling that one. And we talked on the senseless killing. So now we're going to ask, is it worth it? Once you do the senseless killing, is it worth it? Or when you decide to spray in the air, is it worth it? Whenever you make a reckless decision, is it worth it? Me personally, it's not worth it. It's not. I feel like, at the time you reacting in the moment, you didn't give yourself time to think about a better outcome to the situation. That whole parking lot scene, homecoming at A to Z, that could have went down a way. Not even went down. It shouldn't have went down, but it could have. Whatever happened in that night could have happened in a whole different, different way. People will still be here. God bless the dead to the people that lost their life and to who got injured. But, now these are the thoughts that you have when you sit in the cell. You like, damn, dog, should I have did that? Why did I do that? Damn, I could have did this. I could have did that. It's a whole lot of different ways that things could play out. You just got to think about it. You got to think about every scenario. And, sometimes it may be like, because me personally, I'm an overthinker. So before I react on some or crash out, now I've learned to sit back and just play out every possible scenario. Like, I'm a Marvel head, so I watched the Avengers, not the last one, the one before the Endgame. It was one of them, but Doctor Strange was like, he figured out a million scenarios of how it could play out, but only one worked. And like being an overthinker, I sat and overthought that. I'm like, okay, so I need to think about every situation how it play out. And I did that. So now, like, before I just be quick to crash out and end my life or end somebody else's life, I say, okay, so this is happening, that's going to happen, and then they can do this. Damn, my daughter and my son going to be like this. And I just do a whole lot of calculating to the point of where it's like, you know what? I'm going to just chill. And then call me what they want. It is what it is. But I done been there, I done done that. I'm cool on it. They can have it. But, I just feel like a lot of people should really think before they react, because all it takes is 2 seconds to end whatever you trying to do.
They turn my wheels so many ways, man. When you ask yourself, is it worth it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I take it from this first aspect. First of all, you got to survey the premises and realize who you with.
Mm-hmm.
When you don't know your surroundings.
Right.
You don't know what's going on. You just caught up in the moment. Bro told me to tell him the story about at the moon. I tell him, well, but what happens is, let's say, man, it's me, you, my old lady, your people, you know what I mean? You know how we move.
Mm-hmm.
And we encounter a situation. Now the bull in me want to handle this situation.
Mm-hmm.
But man, I know who I am.
Right.
See, a wise man know this here, man. I ain't got to encounter every situation. I ain't got to address every situation. And then the reason why I don't is because I'm with my baby, and she don't really know what's going on. But I ain't gonna say her, cause she always know what's going on. But let's just say you with somebody that don't. That's somebody that ain't on point. That came out here to have a good time. That's jamming to the music. And here you is about to get into it with somebody, and it could go way left because you can never underestimate what's on somebody else's mind. Case in point, we at the moon one night, bro. This little fella realized this way back in the day. This little fella feel like he really wanna prove himself. Oh, we out there in the parking lot, and this dummy go to popping in the air. I don't know what he was on. Just pop, 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 and hadn't surveyed the premises and look over, and there go the officer.
You going in?
Same situation that was at. I don't want to talk about nobody or no situation, but bro, listen. You gotta understand this. That you know what most people in prison for, bro? Off of emotions. Anger, hurt, depression, because depression causes them to do drugs, or sadness. Emotions make people do stuff, bro, that they don't understand what they doing. Now we got a young man that died at the bro. That man's daughter go to my church, bro. And I gotta look at this little girl, man. I went to the funeral, and to see this little girl come down the aisle, man, and have to go see her daddy like that. I have to forecast and think, God, dog, man, I don't want patients them to have to go through that. Right. You don't want Tamia to have to go through that. So if you don't, man, you need to maneuver yourself differently. It ain't about proving yourself to nobody, because at the end of the day, bro, if I sit here and call you Jimmy, you be like, man, I'm tripping.
Right.
But if a nigga call you old pussy nigga, old F nigga, you gonna try to prove to him that that's not you.
Yeah, now you finna turn up and go crazy.
Yeah, bro, you can't, that's not me. And if that's how you feel,
and
so
see, I ain't gonna lie, a lot of times people don't be knowing who they be dealing with, because, and again, touching back on my situation, I ain't know who I was dealing with when I caught my charge. You'll be going through it with a person not even knowing that they not even really like that. You know what I'm saying? You've been and did something, and then now they in the middle of the street, hey, he shot at me, he did this, he did that, come get him. And you looking like, damn, I thought you was like that. Over the phone you was, but now you the one that gotta go through the motions. They don't. And to this day, they out here living their best life, and you got XYZ charges over your head, and you can go from life to you could be free.
So like B say people trying to be relevant to the streets, but what is the street?
Yeah.
Man, street rules only apply in the hood. And ask yourself this: how long do you plan on being in the hood?
Facts.
The average person goal is to make it out, do something different. Get your kids, get you a piece of land, get you a piece of dirt, build you a house, create you a family, and make it work, bro.
Right.
But we built a generation full of follow. Everybody goes with the trend.
Yeah.
Right. This is how new stuff was going wrong. When all those challenges came out. Every challenge you can think of, everybody just jumped on.
I ain't gonna lie, the dumbest one was the crate challenge. I'm not about to injure myself.
You gotta think before that. You remember the pour the water on people, and I do this and I nominate you, and
the cinnamon challenge.
Yeah, all those challenges, bro. See, I've never been easily persuaded. Right. I've always been different. Right. I always stood out because I'm always gonna be different.
Yeah,
bro. Your hair hang down, my hair stick up. Boy, you wear this and I wear this. I just always been different because I pride myself on that. To this day, bro, I don't have no social media. I ain't got no, bro. I got a family. I got a wife. I got my. I don't need it. Now, do I look on it? Yeah.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? It's entertainment, but I don't have no input on nothing.
Yeah.
Because in my generation, but we didn't want nobody to know what we was doing. To this day, my sister tell me right now, bro, don't be dope boy talking to me. I'm saying, what you mean? Bro, well, yeah, down the street. I'm right around the corner. And I ain't got nothing going on. It's just embedded in me.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? That's just how I rock. But this generation feels like they got to show everybody everything. Mm-hmm. You got to, if you ain't, it didn't happen unless somebody seen it.
Right.
See, man, I'm the type of person, I can go on vacation and not take a damn picture. And now I don't want it to be posted because whoever I'm going with, I just want to experience this time with each
You're
other.
really living in the moment.
Man, I don't knock nobody for what they do. I'm just talking about me.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But this generation, it has to be seen. If you don't see, if it don't see it, I know that's right. B said, boy, the only hood need to be going on is fatherhood. Straight up. But then B, you gotta also listen at this. You gotta also look at this. Some people don't know anything else. Or some people that's some people's comfort zone. And it's a loved one or a significant other's obligation sometimes is to introduce you to something else. Because to just point out all your flaws and point out all I'm gonna do is turn you away from me. Mm-hmm. It's an old saying, you gotta build them up before you tear them down.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Let me tell you everything I do. So I'm a boss at work. So I hire employees and I hire people, but to get them to perform the better, and I deal with college kids. So what I had to realize is they don't respond like old school people. So now you got to tell them what they're doing good before you tell them what they're doing bad. Because you tell them what they're doing bad, now they're going to hit you with the mental health thing, and I'm depressed, and I got this, and now I'm going to build you up first. Hey, man, this, that, and the third, you hell on that.
Right.
But now over here, we need to work on that. And we can work on it. But you got to meet somebody where they are. See, people want to take standards off to everybody else. But what God did with me, that's why I don't subscribe to, how can I say this without being facetious? But I don't subscribe to the thing to where you gotta get right to get with God. Mm-hmm. I don't subscribe to that.
Yeah.
Because the Bible said this, before I even created the world, mm-hmm. I had you in mind.
Right.
So before he even spoke in existence the world, he thought about little old me.
Right.
And I wasn't right.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? So why do I have to empty your standards? I got to get right before I come to your establishment. Mm-hmm. We had this conversation, me and you. It was probably one of our highlight bloopers. When I asked you, man, who goes to the hospital that ain't sick? You told me the doctors and the nurses.
Hey, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that was a good moment.
Yeah, but in reality, why do I need to go to church if I got it all together? Mm-hmm. I need to go start my own church and teach everybody how to do it right. I don't. This is why I go. Because I have a daily fight. But I got struggles, I got problems, my family have problems. But you know what I learned to do? I don't tote it on my own.
And one thing I did learn and hear too, like I see it a lot now, they said never be unteachable.
Bro, you my witness. Bro, you sometimes pull my coat on something. Because I'm always able to listen at you.
Right.
I was talking to my nephew night before last. He was telling me, shout out to Lil Jamar, man. He would tell you like, oh, man, I like what y'all doing, man. But, man, hey, boy, I don't see how you feel like that about Charles the White, but that was wrong. I said, well, nephew, let me break it. And bro, he said, you right. He said, that's why I always keep an open mind. See, an open mind, bro, if you just sitting on your ways and can't nobody tell you nothing, I don't want to be around you. And that's the whole thing where they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks. That's why you don't see Woe hanging around with a bunch of homeboys that always hung. And I ain't got nothing against them. Bro, we just going in two different directions.
Right.
You going to Atlanta, I'm going to Miami. Why the hell is we in the same car? Mm-hmm. Somebody finna get further away from their destination.
Right.
Bro, I love you. And if you ever want to come to Miami, holla at me.
I'm here.
I'm going to be over here in Miami.
Right.
What you mean, Because you talking in metaphor. Bro, I'm going to be at church. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be home with my family. I'm going to go to work. And I'm going to chill with my nephews them. Right. Now, if that's what you want to do, holla at me. But you talking about hanging in the parking lot, going to the club, over here at the skin game. Listen, definitely, and I don't knock you. That's just not for me.
Right.
And I know who I am and what's going to... See, I've been in those places. And I've escaped death. And I've had the homicide people coming knocking at my door asking me about a murder. I know what it's like. So to avoid that, and I know what I'm going to do in a tense situation. I know what I'm going to do. Mm-hmm. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to keep myself out of that. Yeah, because bro, I don't have nothing to prove to nobody. Right. You ain't going to never see me right here telling my boy I'm the biggest gangster. Bro, I know me. Bro, I've been doing this since I was a little boy. And this ain't no act. I ain't proving it. My mama tell you, bro, I always had a problem with my temper. But since I know that, I stay away from people. And I don't cause problems. I don't but if you be fussing and caring, I'm gonna try to walk off. Just don't put your hands on me.
So okay, what you saying that do you ever feel like it's time? Do you ever feel like it's a time to where people forgot who you are, or what you could do?
But that ain't my problem. My point to teach them. So you know what I do about situations like that? I said this in Sunday school the other day. Cause I teach Sunday school too. I said this in Sunday school. I said, listen here, bro. We all trying to find the answer to the solution. What could we do? Politicians, preachers, all of them saying, but we need to have a meeting. We need to talk to. That's not it. I got the answer. Bro, we just need to give them Jesus. When the world was in turmoil, all God did was gave his only begotten son. Only answer he gave us was Jesus. If you give somebody God, he'll change their life. See, our problem is, I'm trying to change you. But I've been still telling you, whoa, I ain't trying to tell you what to do no more. But I know who can change your mind. So I'm going to go and pray about you. Worst, scariest thing my mama ever did to me when I was young, your age. She said, baby, I remember I came home one night, bro. It was about 3 in the morning. I'm high as Cooter Brown. And she must have looked through the peephole and seen how, see, when I used to, I don't smoke, when I used to smoke weed, my eyes get real red. So when I'm coming home, my mama could tell that I'm high as I don't know. I'm high school. I'm thinking I know everything. And she opened the door. She said, she looked at me, she said, no, the devil won't come in this house. I said, well, Mama, I'll leave the devil out here. Just let me in. She said, no, baby, the devil won't come in this house. And she said, baby, that next morning we had a talk. She said, baby, listen, Mama through trying to tell you what to do. I'm going to just turn you over to God. But that was the scariest thing in the world to me because I know God. I'm telling Mama, don't take me back from God. I do right from here on out. You just still be Mama. You get what I'm saying? But I get it now.
Yeah.
The nights when I used to be up worrying about y'all, I just pray about y'all now. I pray that God give y'all coverings. I pray that God look over y'all. And when y'all do get in situations, I pray that God have grace and mercy on y'all. That's all I could do, homie.
Facts.
And I don't allow myself to worry anymore. But we done labored on that conversation for a minute.
Yeah, we got into that. So now we're gonna get to we're gonna talk about Kanye and Kyrie Irving situations. With I guess they spoke on the Jews. I didn't tap too much into it. I just seen everybody going crazy and Ye and Kyrie getting like blackballed and stuff now.
All respect to the respective parties, and we ain't gonna put ourselves in those situations. But I will say this: I need you to understand.
Hold on.
So your Sunday school teaching, is it live or in person session only? Oh no, I be teaching Sunday school at church. See,
we can make it live though. You know, if y'all want to tap in, we can
have a Sunday school session on Raw Table Talk if y'all want it. Y'all ain't saying nothing.
Bring the
kids. Can agree.
Bring the kids, and I really, your kids should be watching right now to get some of this knowledge.
We could do a Raw Table Talk episode about Sunday school. So if y'all want that, y'all just hit us in the comments. We'll make that happen too. But check it out, right? She threw me off.
We were talking about Kyrie.
Yeah, Kyrie and Kanye. I say this, homie. It's so easy for us to throw our people away.
Yeah, definitely.
Granted, Kanye say some wild stuff.
He does.
But granted, you've done some wild things in your life too.
So who are we to judge?
That's my point, bro. It's like I told you, I don't try to fix you. I pray for you. Kanye is no exception. I pray for Kanye. I pray for Kyrie. And what you have to do, bro, you got to respect somebody's mind.
Right.
That's just how he feels.
Right.
So you want him to harbor how he feels. See, he'll never get any change unless you know where he is. See, if you call me and say, whoa, how do you get to your house? Before we had GPS and before I could send you my location, I had to know where you were so you can get to where I was.
Right.
If Kanye never tells you where he is, you can never get him to where he needs to be.
Right.
And he pretends that he has nothing going on, which is what's going on with these kids. They're pretending like everything is okay. They're pretending like they're not depressed when they're alone. They're pretending like I'm good all the time.
And that's why people got to understand that they are entertainers.
Hold on. But this is why no one ever tells how they really feel. Because society will bash you and throw you away to the wolves. So before I let y'all do me like y'all doing Kanye and Kyrie, I keep mine to myself. Mm-hmm. And guess who I'm hurting?
Yourself.
I'm hurting me. But then the society and the culture is hurting us also because you don't allow me the space to be myself. Mm-hmm. I can't get any help because if I say I'm sick, I'm wrong. Mm-hmm. If I'm sick, I'm wrong. Mm-hmm. But if I do what you say I need to do, then I'm right. But what you say I need to do is not who I am.
Right.
So this whole time, I'm living to be somebody that I'm not.
Yeah, and I ain't gonna lie, I felt like that's something that I done did like a lot in my life.
We done had this conversation.
Yeah.
But bro, unapologetically, you have to be you. Regardless if that's the popular thing, so what? Bro, I got some homeboy, my homeboy, shout out to my dog MB. When he got a rap, he say, bro, I got some homies that won't bust a grape.
Facts.
But I love them boys, bro.
Facts.
You know why? Because you. I ain't gotta never worry about you getting out of character. I ain't gotta never worry about, man, something started over here because of you did it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, sometimes I just want to be around some peaceful people. I don't want to be around, I'm a head buster myself, homie. I don't need a bunch of that around me because I don't need you to influence the head buster that's suppressed in me.
Right.
I done buried that fool. Right. I don't want to see him no more. Right. And if God be with me, bro, you will never see him again.
Right.
But we gotta allow people to the space, right, wrong, or indifferent, to be themselves, and then let's have an educated conversation on where they are and why they should change their mind. But if I bash you for just stating your opinion, because now if you really look at it, Kanye and Kyrie stated afterwards, hey man, that's not what I was saying. Mm-hmm. Or, man, this is what I really meant. But no one wants to listen at that now.
They took what they seen and ran with it.
Because everybody is saying bash them. Mm-hmm. But you know who stick together? You know what we can learn from? No. And I'm not. I don't mean to be political. I say this with, you know who we can learn from, bro?
Who that?
The Republican Party. You want to know why?
Pusha T was on my mind.
You know why? That boy Trump can say anything.
Trump just said he want to lock up drug dealers and give them the death sentence.
Listen, man, Trump can say anything, and that party is going to be behind him. No. I'm not advocating the party.
What Trump say? Grab him by the what?
I ain't gonna say what he said.
Grab him, yeah.
He said that, but no one cared because they're for the cause, not for the person. Mm-hmm. What we can learn from that is let's be about our cause and not focus on the person. Mm-hmm. Well, what do you say? Well, what's the cause? The cause is to empower our people. Mm-hmm. Regardless that we got a few people over here that's not doing things right or made some wrong decisions. Right. Let's not throw them away because because it had not been for Gracewell, I'll be thrown away.
Facts.
But a young dirt dog, bro, I was a wild little fella, and if nobody. Man, that's why I love that boy M. Beasley, man. That boy told me one time I was going back and forth to jail. Mm-hmm. Man told me to say, whoa, man, what you like in there? I said, man, I don't like nothing in there. He said, well, boy, I like it. Mm. And from him being my homie, man, I'm saying, bro, you tripping, because I thought he was trying to say something by asking me what I like in there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What you mean? No, what I'm trying to say is, homie, bro, you going too hard. For what, bro? You a solid little fella. And nobody had talked to the inner me to confirm who I was. So I felt like I had to prove myself, and nobody knew. But when somebody I respected, somebody I love, respected me and said, hey, bro, I see you. I know who you is. You ain't got to prove that no more. And bro, I ain't been back to jail since.
That's all it took.
It took a real person to speak in my life. My thing is, when are these OGs going to be real people and speak something into these young fellas' life? Tell them, hey, man, bro, you like that.
But so it's like now, though, who are the OGs of the new generation?
See, we get OG mixed up. Mm-hmm. What you call an OG, I don't call an OG because I don't respect nobody that crash and keep crashing. Mm-hmm. What I look at as an OG is somebody that has been there.
And they lasting out here.
No, because you can last and be doing the wrong thing. Mm. I want to respect somebody that has been there, turned it around, and turned that negative into a positive, and continue to make that positive how can I, what's the word I'm looking for? Lucrative. They can make that positive turn into it. See, that same mentality, that same hustle mentality, start you a business. Bro, I respect that boy Coon over there. Yeah, I love that boy. Man, that man, and he for the people. And he for the, man, people like, man, people, if you know, you know.
Right.
Bro, I love Coon. Cause he really turns stuff around. I love people like Eric B. Chill, Leolas.
Yeah.
If you don't know, if you know, you know. I know him before then.
Right.
I love people like I call him Sterling.
And shit, Mavericks too. Shout
Man,
out
yeah, and Rivers.
Yeah,
I love what he doing.
Mavericks.
You feel what I'm saying? Because listen, bro, it could have been a whole different way.
Yeah.
But them boys showed you that. What they showed me is, bro, you ain't got to be out here the whole life.
Yeah. At some point, you gotta hang it up.
And bro, it's cool.
It is.
And it was foolish what I was doing. See, I thought what I was doing was cool. That was foolish. What them boys doing, taking care of their family, and bro, they having just as much.
And they out here every night.
And bro ain't got to worry about this here.
Come with me, sir.
Yeah, they ain't got to do that. They ain't got to worry about that.
Don't worry about it.
And I think if we start attaboying that, if we start saying, hey man, good job on that, bro, I go to work every day, homie.
Facts.
And I love it.
You made me get a job.
Bro, I told you gonna get a job. Boy, you turning down jobs, I'm telling you, bro, you crazy. You finna go get a job, homie.
Right.
Because I know what come with that. B said it earlier. She said, boy, idle mind. Bro, when you got an idle mind, man, you liable to do anything, homie. Because you always in the mix.
Right.
I ain't got nothing to do.
Too much free time.
Guess why I don't be everywhere all the time? I got somewhere to be.
Every time.
Yeah, guess why I ain't out on Saturday night? I gotta be to church on Sunday. Guess why I ain't hanging out during the week? Because I gotta be to work.
And another thing I mean is, man, they need to practice discipline. You gotta learn how to be disciplined. If you know you gotta do something next morning, you gotta move accordingly. It starts there and it just go up from there. You know you gotta pay this bill next month. You gotta do this next month, that next month. Man, don't go blow that because you ain't stingy. Shout out to my boy.
Oh no! You see, listen, and it's a difference. See, listen, I'm gonna tell you something. Cause I ain't gonna let them misinterpret Youngin. Bro, guess why Youngin can blow it? Cause he ain't stingy.
He didn't put that work in.
Cause Youngin, see, people want with that young boy shooting in it. I remember Boston when he was a little fella. Bro, I remember when he was busting.
Man.
I remember, boy, shout out to Nees, boy, when ain't nobody believed in fool and thought he was just gonna crash out. He always been different.
I'm gonna say some real gems right now, and he can quote me on this. Little bro turned 18. He come on our pod. This like 2014. We in C pod. Me, Chris G, Doodoo. It's a bunch of us in there. Little bro come in there big. Youngest nigga in there. He just turned 18. Boy, I line anybody up in here on my mama. I'm with it. His exact word. I said, oh yeah, boy, it's nice. He used to be in that bit beating on the table. You know they do little jail beats with a pencil. You know we only got a pencil about that long. He beat on that bit, doing his thing. He harmonized the Chris G like, bro, play some Rich Homie, bro. Sing some Rich Homie. And bro, being like that, I'm always respecting.
You look at bro. Look at you could tell. You could listen to that bro music and tell he got here old head. That's why I like that boy Bobby Fishkill.
Yeah.
Because you could tell Bobby wasn't just raised on just rap.
Nah.
Bobby got some soul in him. He got some R&B in him. He got some rhythm and blues. I mean, you know that old down country blues stuff. He got all that mixed in together with it to where he's multifaceted. You get what I'm saying?
And it's like, you know, a person like that, you gotta respect that they been off the porch. They been hanging around old heads. Granted, he might have been 9 or 10 at the time, but he was with the right crowd.
Yeah, and then I don't want to glorify that either, because, and I'm not taking anything from them, because I don't want a young person to listen at me and think that you got to be off the porch to be cool.
Right.
Bro,
No,
I know some little fellas that's been on the porch and I'm talking about them went off to the army, that you know, did something. Bro, shout out to my godson Trey. Man, little Trey over there with Trey done been to Korea. Trey in the army, doing his thing, making good money. He a sergeant now. He ain't got to do what he used. I love that. See, we got to start applauding people for doing the right thing like we applaud people for doing the wrong thing.
And that's like something you said the other week. You was like, why the shooter so popular? Why nobody else popular?
Because people applaud negativity, bro. Guess what? Journalists have this. Journalists have this theory They have it. If it bleeds, it leads.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning stories that they break.
Right.
So
right.
if it's a negative story, if it has some controversy to it, it'll sell.
Right. No, for sure.
Everybody wants to hear the bad. Nobody wants to hear the good. You wonder why people hate people like LeBron James, Floyd Mayweather, hated Michael Jordan, Mike Tyson, Javante Day. Anybody that's great, people can't wait to see them fall. You want to know why? Because they can't do it.
Fact.
And it makes me feel more normal for you to fail, so I can say, see, I told you, see, that's why I ain't did it. And I don't advocate, I don't advocate street people, but people wait for somebody to go to Fed that's really been getting money because they say, see, that's what I don't be doing. He be doing too much, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause, no, you just ain't had the nuts to do it.
Fact.
See, I look beyond that. I look at the excuse my French, I look at the balls these little fellas got. Mm-hmm. These boys got big nuts.
Fact.
You feel what I'm saying? The chances that they take, and if you can channel that to something positive, oh my gosh, these boys will be treacherous, homie.
You know that.
Bro, I swear, bro, I pray for the day, bro, that I can sit down and talk to some of these young fellas, man, and with the counsel of God, and pray that I can get their ear. Man, I promise you, bro, this city won't be like it is. And I'm praying, bro. I swear I'm praying, bro.
Yeah.
I've been praying that God give me a avenue or a venue. I'm not a venue, a way to talk to these young cats.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To where we can just sit down and I don't know if I need to create a hotline, bro. I want to talk to. That's been my passion. Mm-hmm. You talking to a young fella, homie, that's been street all his life. Bro, I got kicked out of high school. I went to second chance, but I was so smart, but they let me walk with my class. Stayed out of school for 20 years, homie. Went back to college. I went to Florida State, homie. I ain't talking about, I ain't got nothing against HBCU. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, bro, I went where they say I couldn't go, and excel just like they could. Mm-hmm. And it's not nothing about me. It's about trusting in God and trying to turn my negatives into a positive. You want to know why I really went back to school? I'm gonna just be G with you,
I know,
bro. Free Doodle-roo, man.
Free Doodle.
Boy, Doodle wasn't doing too good in school back then. Doodle was ready to quit school. I'm saying, right. Whoa, but we ain't doing that, homie. Bro, I'm finna go back to school, homie. I'm gonna do these last 4 years with you. Mm-hmm. We gonna graduate together, and bro, thank gracious to God, wasn't nothing about me. Thank you to God, bro. Me, Doodle, and Dreon all graduated the same year.
Can't beat it.
Yeah, me all because I had the meeting where he was. Not to, hey, boy, you need. No, fool. I'm gonna walk this walk with you. Yeah. See, sometimes, man, we gotta come off our high horse, take off this. I got it all together clothes, and get back in the trenches with these young fellas and say, hey, homie. See, if you really read the Bible and really know about Jesus, this would the Pharisees used to always say this. Man, why are you over there with them people? Why are you hanging with them people?
Right.
The woman at the well, he said, I have much need to go through Samaria. It was a woman that had 5 different, and she was with another man. But God said, and he sent the disciples away because y'all gonna try to stop me from talking to her.
Right.
But I came for people like this. Mm-hmm. Bro, God came for people like Kanye. God came for people like Kyrie. God came for these young boys that's lost out here that's shooting and lost in their ways. I ain't putting them down, homie. I don't advocate what you do. Mm-hmm. I don't like what you're doing. But bro, I want to meet. I've been you before.
Right.
I've been lost. Mm-hmm. But bro, it ain't nothing to be lost. I mean, nothing like being found when you lost. Mm-hmm. But you got to want to be found. You know what happened? In the beginning of time, when Adam, everybody know the story of Adam and Eve, but when Adam first did what he did, well, you know what he did? He hid from God. Mm-hmm. When Adam ate the fruit, every day, Jesus and Adam would walk around the garden every day. They had this normal routine. So God came back through that day. I'm home at. Say, Adam, where are you? Not that he didn't know. Mm-hmm. Adam said, man, listen, man, I sinned and I hid from you because I was afraid. Not that God didn't know that. And this is what he wanted to do. He wanted to find out. He wanted to let Adam know where he was. You ever been to a hotel, Will? And on your door of the hotel, it says, you are here. Yeah. See, I need you to know where you are so you can find the exit. Mm-hmm. This is why Jesus asked. This is why God asked Adam, "Where are you?" Because I need you to know where you are, so you can get to me.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And I think a lot of people don't know where they are or who they are, so they can't come out of it. And we shame people for exposing who they are. Mm-hmm. So people been living lies their whole life, and now they realize that maybe I can and maybe I can't say. Because if I do say something about where I'm at, people gonna knock me off, or they ain't gonna mess with me no more.
Right.
I'm here for the people that somewhere they don't want to be, that's feeling lost, that's feeling stuck. I'm here to walk y'all back over here to light. You feel what I'm saying?
For sure.
That's my standpoint on it.
For sure. Well, yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie, we did good, we did great. We still got a couple more topics to touch in on, but we need to take a quick recession, man. Give us like 5 minutes, and we're gonna tap back in. Y'all don't go nowhere. We're gonna be right back. I promise you.
That boy gotta use the bathroom.
You got to know that.
You ain't gotta go nowhere.
And keep it on?
Yeah, man, you ain't gotta go nowhere.
What? I'm going to take a bathroom break.
It's still on?
Yeah, it's on. Let's see.
Yeah. He had to go use the restroom, man. I'm gonna rock with y'all in the comments, man. Y'all give me something in the comment. Hey, appreciate that, niece. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, man. Appreciate that, man. Y'all give me something to comment about, man. You know, Tony had to go to the potty house, man. Little boy had to go potty. Yeah, well, we shooting a little live, man. Pull up. But yeah, man. Y'all give me something in the comments, man. Y'all rap with me, man. I see Instagram going up. I see Facebook. I see these comments going live. Yeah. We was talking about you know, Kyrie and Kanye, man. I want y'all to realize something, man. Don't be so quick to throw somebody away for a mistake that they made. If we can get back to the place where we can just love somebody where they at. Hey, baby girl, I love you too, niece. That doggone corn, I love you too, baby. If we can love somebody back from where they are, man, people will be more apt to tell you where they at. That's why a lot of people are suffering in silence, man. People don't want to. Y'all won't give people an opportunity to be honest and say where they at, cause y'all shame people for being, you know, not where y'all think they should be. If y'all give people the space or give people the opportunity to be able to say where they at, confidently and in confidentiality, and y'all love somebody back to where they need to be, bro, the world will be a better place, man. Y'all stop downing people, man.
What I miss?
You ain't miss nothing. We just chopping up till you get back. But let's shoot to the next one. Mm-hmm. We just getting in the thick of things.
Alright, folks, and I know these will be more so for the ladies. We about to get into some like relationship type of topics. First off, we're gonna talk love languages. So, you know, feel free to comment what's your love language. You know, drop how you feel. You know, you like to be loved and what you think. Me personally, I got a lot of different love languages. You know, I like the physical touch love language. I like, you know, daily affirmations. A new one that was brought to me, cooking is a love language for me, because I feel like, you know, you don't want me to be hungry out here in these streets. You gonna make sure I'm alright. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's a different it's a whole lot of love languages, you know, and it's some more for me that I have to go look at them and be like, yeah, that's me, you know. But feel free to drop your love languages. What was your love language?
Bro, I got a lot of different opinions on love. Because I think from where we come from, I don't think we really know what love is. I think a lot of us, and I'm not saying me, and I had to come to the grips to realize a lot of us are experiencing a high value of lust. So we think that's why a lot of people in these relationships, and y'all with people, and y'all think it's love, but it's just a extensive form of lust. I'm gonna let you know why I say that, well, because love in our generation, because a lot of times people meet out, okay? You meet out at places, at clubs, and from where we was coming up, the ultimate thing to do, when you go out, have a good time, but when it's about 2 o'clock, what you looking for?
Something to take home.
Something to take home, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, let's say you end up taking something home, and then y'all end up hitting it off.
Right.
So instead of taking something different home every week, boy, it's still called, all right, now don't play with me.
Right.
You better meet me there.
Right.
And, you know what I mean? But we never really got a chance. See, I don't think you'll ever experience love until you experience God. Because God is love. You won't know how to love. See, and I hear you say love language. You said affirmation. You said touch. You said, and you know sometimes I'm not speaking on you, but you know a lot of times what that is. That's something that I lacked as a child that I didn't get that I always wanted.
I agree.
You feel what I'm saying? That's something that maybe someone didn't give me and I always longed for it. So a lot of times when we get mates, we're looking for them to do what mom didn't do, and girls are looking for you to do what dad didn't do.
For sure.
And we is
it? It was like I think we moved too fast. At least my generation, at least.
Well, for sure. That's my point. See, it's an extended version of lust that we never ever get to touch on because, bro, I'm just so used to just going home after the club and then now it's exclusive. It's just me and you. Ain't nobody going home with me but you.
Right.
And you know how it go, man. First time they see, when you get to hang out the phone, I love you. What? You say what? Oh, I love you too.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, we just put it down. We got a sprawl. She with all the bullshit.
Yeah, and she said, "Woo, boy, that boy told me he loved me."
Yeah, got one.
And not really realizing that fool don't know what love is.
I don't know exactly.
And I'm gonna tell you this, bro, and I'll stand on that. No one knows what love is until they know what God is. Because God is love. To know love is to know God. Until you know God, you'll never know what love is. You ask me, what's my love language? My love language, how I display love, I'm a server. See, I'm different from, I ain't looking for my wife to wash clothes too. But my wife can, when my wife going through stuff or she done had a long, she'll tell you, but I come home from work, but I clean up the whole house before I go to work in the morning. I mop the floor, get the dishes. When I come home, throw out the food, put the children in the bathtub. Not because I have to, because I love you so much, baby. Because I experienced God. I know what love is. God, when I couldn't do it, God did it for me. You get what I'm saying? But see, people have this interpretation of what women's supposed to do and what men are supposed to do. There are no boundaries. We do whatever it takes to make each other all right.
Right.
Now, when I'm down, but my wife gonna kick in and do the same thing. You get what I'm saying? But I have no problem, bro, with coming home. See, if you really knew the dynamics of a family and how it was brought up at home, the men really took care of business.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Like B said, God made a woman to be a man's helpmate. But we supposed to help each other. Not that you less than me. But we supposed to meet each other. We supposed to work together to this goal, this common goal.
Right.
Not one person, oh boy, she ain't fixed my plate yet. Man, don't get it twisted. Yeah, well. All right. Let him in.
We're gonna keep touching on that, man. Hey, drop y'all love languages.
You don't realize that this here, man. I'll tell you this. If you want to experience some good love, experience a good God. That's what I'll tell you. I'll tell you. And then to speak of love language, like I was saying, bro, with me, bro, it's just about service. Yeah, it's just about service for me. I like to serve. I like to, bro. Anybody that been around me, nephews, nieces, they know. But Unc gonna cook the food. He fix plates. He gonna make sure everybody all right. That's just what I do. I just love making sure everybody okay because God did that for me, bro. God makes sure I'm okay. You right, B. But we walk together, homie, hand in hand. And the only way she behind me is her back against mine. And boy, she watching my back and I'm watching her. That's the only way. That's the only way she behind me. I'm just gonna be real with you, man. It's when it's something beautiful, because when you experience love, you can love somebody past their faults, and be with the lead that she follows. But guess what? You got to be following somebody for her to follow you. You got to be following God. You know what I mean? You got to be following somebody, cause who lead you for me to follow you? Bro, you following a bunch of foolishness. The woman ain't got no business following you, homie. So man, I just want y'all to realize, man, that I think my best advice for you about love, bro, is to find God. That's the best thing I can tell you, man. Until you experience God, you will never experience love. And all of this love language stuff that you doing, or you thinking you about, all you doing is just trying to replace something you ain't had when you was a little fella. I think if we could tap into our innermost person and find out what hurts us and what's our problem, and feel and get in a comfortable place and realize that, hey man, this is where I'm lacking at, and let somebody coach you through, man, I think we'll be a better person, a better people. So sure. Man, to y'all that's looking, man, y'all find God, and then y'all to find love.
Mm-hmm. So next, what we're gonna touch and get into is understanding and communicating in a relationship, because that is very important if he wants a relationship to last. Like, a lot of people communicate just to respond, but you really have to communicate to understand. Know what your partner is saying and comprehend it and move accordingly. So, how you feel about that, Wolf?
I feel like communication is something that it's reared from a child.
Mm-hmm.
I think that children, that's why one of the biggest things I do with my kids, I tell them, hey man, use your words.
Mm-hmm.
My older kids, they'll tell you one of the biggest things boy used to always tell them is, man, Google it. And what I would really tell them is look it up.
Mm-hmm.
Find out how to communicate what you're saying. And what happens is, as you grow older and you never address your communication deficiencies,
mm-hmm.
you don't know how to communicate as you get older. We were talking about Seven earlier, that when he gets mad, he throws a fit.
Right.
He falls all out. A lot of, as you get older, as men, what we do is, because we're so ashamed of what we really want to say, or we feel like we perceive what you're going to say before you say it. So instead of going through that, I just won't say anything. So what men do is shut down instead of communicating. And a woman is wired to communicate.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, if you really know a woman, she want to tell you, hey baby, guess what? And how about such and such a, and then you know what? And then I went down to the grocery store, and then I seen Ella May. And Ella May, she was buying, I went there to get some chicken for the family. Then, bro, I don't want to eat all that. I just want to find out what we eating for dinner.
Yeah, at that point, like, you done kind of like mentally done checked out. You in the whole other world.
But you can't. And guess what I'll do? For real, babe? Mm-hmm. And I'm listening. I don't want to.
But you're going to do it anyway.
But she needs to be heard, bro. And you need to be heard.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason why men can't communicate is because no one gave them their ear. So when someone didn't give them my ear, I shut down. And that's my go-to mode.
So you feel like a man trying to communicate and speak on something is them being like sassy or weak?
Mm-mm.
Because it's been a lot of things that's been said. They be like, women are the new dudes. So basically women have this whole new like hard rock brick persona, and then you got a man trying to break the persona down just to be heard.
Well, what you're dealing with is, you're dealing with a woman that's dealing with her past. And because her past, she's built up a wall. We talked about this wall a couple weeks ago, that when you build up a wall, not only do you keep me out, but you keep yourself in.
True.
I'm going through that, so I can agree with it.
Yeah. You build up this wall, and because you've dealt with so many other men, to where you say, hey man, and any sign of that, any sign of you being like Joe Blow, TD Jakes had a this is a long time ago. He had a series called. I encourage y'all to go look it up. He had a series called No More Sheets, and what he meant by that was, bro, you dating her and the last 5 people she dated. You see what I'm saying? So you dating her, Jimmy, Bobby, Ricky, Bobby, and Mike.
Right.
And she got to get rid of them sheets off her bed. Metaphorically.
Yeah.
You got to change these sheets, baby girl. Because I'm not them. I'm not him. I'm not your daddy. I'm not the one that walked out on you.
Right.
I'm not your baby daddy, the one that did this. I'm not your ex-boyfriend, the one that cheated on y'all. I'm not him. But I get accused for him because you ain't let that go. The reason why you ain't let that go because you haven't found a safe place to discuss that. That's why I advocate for therapy. You gotta find somewhere where you can let this stuff go. Because if you don't let this stuff go, bro, I'm dealing with it now.
Facts.
You dealing with it now. And the reason why you dealing with not you, but the reason why somebody dealing with someone that seems like they're cold-hearted and they just put up a wall. They just told themselves, I refuse to be hurt again. And before they built this wall, and before they know it, they're going to let something good go away. Because of this wall you got up. Because you compared me to the last people, and I'm not him.
Right.
I have to tell people, bro, I am not one of them. And the reason why a man so hard to express his emotion because coming up, if Tamia cry,
Somebody just said that.
oh,
There was like
men it's hard to express their emotion.
yeah. I seen something else though. They had said somebody had really like broke it down to the nitty gritty. They were like growing up.
B, we gonna get you on here, B.
For sure. Dang, I missed that comment.
It might have been somewhere else. But yeah, well, listen.
Yeah.
What happens is, with being a man, like Tamia, she cry. Bro, you gonna embrace, like if Patience be crying and carrying on, I'm hugging her and baby.
What's wrong? Yeah.
7 cries, boy, you better suck it up.
Tighten up.
But that's the mentality. We've taught our young men to not express their emotions in a healthy way.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Crying is not good. Crying is not
considered weak.
Yeah, bro. Listen, bro. I'm gonna tell you, man. I don't cry a lot. I don't.
Yeah, for sure.
But I will. You know the last time I cried, homie? And I hadn't cried in long. I cried at Roe funeral, and I never knew Roe. But the reason why I cried, bro, is because I saw this man's daughter walking down that aisle, homie, and I seen the way she was looking, and the way she had her face in her hand, bro, where she didn't want to see her daddy like that. And I projected myself to what if that was my daughter,
Right.
and that crushed my heart.
Right.
This was on that was this week. Then I cried again, at a funeral the other day, and I don't cry at funerals, homie. They did this legacy thing, legacy charge, to where this guy he did a legacy thing talking to his son from the grave, and was saying, "Hey, bro, I'm sorry I ain't gonna be able to help you tie your shoe for the first time, but man, look around you, man. These men gonna step up, and that just touched me in a different kind of way, bro, because I put myself in that situation.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But I'm comfortable with it. I know who I am. Nigga, you can call me whatever you want to, man. Just don't call me late for dinner. I like to eat.
Right.
Straight up. Don't call me late to pick up my paycheck. Cause I like to get me a check or two. Yeah. So you can say whatever you want, but I've become comfortable in being who I am.
Yeah.
A lot of men will call. See, that's what she said. A lot of men will call soft if they express themselves. That's right. We got to change that narrative. Ladies that y'all got sons, y'all gotta change the narrative, man. It's okay to be emotional, but we need to deal with it healthy. Being a man,
sure.
you always do what you always done. You always get what you always got. Just because you wasn't taught, it doesn't mean you can't do it. Some people trying to deal with a heart they didn't break. Boy, you better preach now, B. B, I know you got some Jesus in you too, girl. I heard about your people them now. Girl, we need to get you on here, B.
Okay, so with her saying that, how do you deal with a heart that you did break?
You got to deal with you first, but why did you break the heart?
Come on.
Bro, we don't lie. Why is you trying to call somebody, homie?
True.
Yeah, we not answering no phones. All right, I'll tell them for you. Yeah, man, listen, bro. B, you right, bro. But with a heart that you did break, you gotta find out why did you do that. Because if you love something, bro, you wouldn't hurt them. Bro, you love your daughter. Intentionally, you ain't finna do nothing to hurt her.
Facts.
Because you genuinely love her. I'm talking about, bro, no filter. You love that girl.
No, for sure. For sure.
If you love that girl, like you say you love that girl, you wouldn't do nothing to hurt her. See, I don't put myself in situations to hurt my old lady because I love her, homie. Well, he said, well, boy, how you know what they... Listen, bro, I'm not... That's not my responsibility. If they... And I'm not saying that she will or has done anything, you know.
Yeah.
My thing, that's not my responsibility. See, I don't live in fear of what ifs. I live with what is.
Right.
And what will be. The Bible says, call those things that are not as though they were. Bro, I live as it will be. Bro, I love my wife to the moon. I don't say to death, to life.
Right.
I'm not going to put myself in that situation, homie. Bro, people, I'm telling them, hey, man, you know, such call me, man. I don't know what the girl she want, man. Such want, man, hey, they need to holler at you, baby. How you feel about that? I ain't got no secrets. Bro, I just put a password on my phone, bro, because you got the Apple Wallet.
Yeah.
They make you put a password on. But before that, bro, I ain't had no, and I could leave my phone home and go to church, go to work, and I ain't trying to rush back home and get it. Man, Kevin Hart said, man, when you have an argument and walk out and slam the door and realize you left your phone on you, baby, quit playing. Now let me in here. I ain't got to worry about that.
Kevin Hart funny as
my wife, no, I don't worry about that, bro.
Right.
And that don't make me better than nobody, but I love her.
Facts.
And because I love her, I ain't gonna do nothing to hurt her. I love my mama, bro. I ain't gonna do nothing to hurt her. And I had to realize that by me going back and forth to bro, say, show that ring, bro. Bro, I tell you, bro, we can be anywhere. Bro, this was back in the day now, but nephew will tell you, bro, we was in the goddamn club. They took me out for my birthday.
The strip club, man, we went crazy.
Asking what Unc was doing.
Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me. Don't worry about it. Back up.
And doing this here.
Back up.
Baby, I'm mad. But when anybody get too sassy and too, ooh, you so cute, out boy, they'll tell you, but I flash, hey, look here, lady, I'm big married. And mean it, homie. I ain't trying to be funny, man. Because listen, I'm a man too. Don't get me wrong, bro. I want to say this PG, but I rise just like everybody else rise.
Facts.
By these eyes, well, my eyes see make me rise like everybody else rise. But I choose not to go down that route.
It's called discipline.
Bro, and guess where discipline comes from, homie?
Yeah.
People trying to do stuff on their own, you will never be able to do it on your own, bro. You gotta allow somebody bigger than you to do it. Hold on, but sometimes people wasn't raised on love, so all they know is heartbreak and not how to love. So again, you gotta find God. True, right? You gotta find God. The true meaning of love. You gotta find God to find out what. Like I said, I told him that earlier, B. You gotta find it. You will never know love until you know God.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Where we at now, Wolf?
Knowing how to fall back.
Oh, my God.
Knowing how to, that was one of yours right there. So I want to hear this one. You know, what's that? Knowing how to fall back. I ain't gonna lie, I feel like,
For relationships or
We talking about in general.
in general? Okay.
In tense situations.
It's like, and me personally, I'm gonna just go ahead and just speak up. Ain't not even on a personal level. I'm just gonna say, like, I feel like, you learn how to fall back when you really, like, truly people vibe. Like, you be around a homeboy, and all this nigga got his ill intentions. It's like, damn, bro, I ain't gonna lie. And your mind, like, I don't think I need to be around fool no more. Like, I don't see nothing good coming out of this. And I don't know the right way to fall back. All I know is to go ghost. I'm Casper at this point. Damn, bro, what's up, bro? You acting funny? Bro, I'm chilling. Damn, bro, so what's up? Bro, shit, I said, I'm chilling. Like, nigga, what the explanation I need to give you? You know what I'm saying? Or then, like, with a relationship with a female, it's just like, damn, okay, I feel like I've been putting my best foot forward, but you still on the bullshit. Okay, so boom, ghost you. And,
That go back to our last conversation, though, bro, because I ain't gonna say it. You care about somebody's feelings so much the way you won't speak your truth.
Yeah, it's like you want to hurt their feelings.
So what?
Yeah.
I ain't hurt your feelings when I tell you the truth.
Well, no, I am breaking out of that now, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about that. We just talking about the situation.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about you.
Yeah.
Bro, listen. I got to be able to tell somebody, hey, homie, I don't rock with you this why. I'm not going because, bro, we ain't on the same time. I gave you the metaphor earlier. You going to Atlanta, I'm going to Miami. We do not need to be in the same car.
Fact.
Bro, we going different ways.
Fact.
Homie, where you at, I ain't there.
Yeah.
And I don't knock you. Now, I don't think it's right, but that's my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? But if you ever want to check out Miami,
I'm here. Call me.
I'm in Miami, homie.
Call me.
And I don't mean literally. I mean metaphorically speaking. Dog, you got to understand this, dog. This is what I mean by fall back. Let's talk about a tense situation.
Mm-hmm.
Beef.
Mm-hmm.
Do I need to go back and forth with you? Who I'm proving something to? For as long as ain't nobody on my end been harmed physically,
Yeah.
you can have that.
Facts.
I look at the takeoff situation. I don't know everything that whatever, you know, or the circumstances that surround that situation, but from what I gather, from what they put out,
Mm-hmm.
there was a dice game going on. There was an argument that ensued. Argument got a little heated,
Yeah.
but was it worth it?
It's like nobody want to tuck their tail no more.
Okay, but so if we're gambling, it had to be about a check, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure the Migos, Takeoff, and
Quavo.
had some shows lined up that was gonna bring in way more money than whatever he was losing
Mm-hmm.
at that thing right there.
Yeah.
Why not do this? You got that? I don't want to play no more.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I mean by fall back. Also, this is what I mean by fall back. You ain't right, and I ain't right. Why don't we just chill until we get right, homie?
Mm.
But I don't want to see you with nobody, and you don't want to see me with nobody. So we carrying on this toxic behavior, but we should fall back.
Mm.
You feel what I'm saying?
Mm.
So with falling back, somebody got to be the bigger person. Somebody got to have the guts enough to say, "Hey, man, I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take this decision in my own hand. For me, I'm gonna fall. Me and homie, but we been rocking forever. But homie, you foul. Every time we go out, you get super drunk. You called me one time, told me about. I ain't gonna speak no name. You was out of town. You telling about your cousins or somebody, man. Jump all on top of the, standing all on the people's couch.
You gotta toss cuz ass out of there, man.
Yeah.
Cuz he tripping.
But guess what you tell him? You said, oh, I can't be hanging with that boy there.
Yeah, that ain't me.
You gotta learn how to fall back.
Yeah, that ain't
This is what I mean by fall back. Falling back does this. I gotta do what's best for me.
right.
And everybody that surrounds me.
Yeah.
You know who surround me, Whoa?
Family.
Bro, y'all. I gotta be here for y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Before I be here for y'all, before I let somebody take me away from y'all, I tuck my tail. Are you willing to tuck your tail for what you love?
So when you tuck your tail, like, how you deal with the voices that are going on in your head, like, oh, nigga, you played, or nigga, you pussy for doing that.
Listen to what you just said.
The voices in your head?
And who head?
Yeah.
And who? Your head, right?
Yeah.
So where does that come from?
You?
Yeah, so you got to deal with you. You get what I'm saying? And brother, listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm not saying. Because I know people hearing what I'm saying, but I need you to understand what I'm not saying. Mm-hmm. What I'm not saying is this, that this situation is unfixable or there's no repairing this situation. But until we get on the same page and realize that, hey, there's something broke here, we need to fix it. If we going to continue to avoid the issue and act like we ain't got no situation, homie, you got a problem. When you get drunk, bro, you get stupid. You put us in bad situations.
Right.
Until we address that, homie, we don't need to be around each other.
Right.
Bro, I got homies, my nigga. Listen, bro. On time niggas get smart is when they go to jail. They call home
That's
and try
true.
to tell you everything you supposed to be doing and how you. God dog, I've been trying to tell you this before you went in there.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying?
That's true.
But guess what? Before you allow me to be on the other side of the wall talk about what I should have done and what I'm finna do when I get out, nah, homie. This is what we finna do, and it's what we not finna do.
Right.
I'm not finna be where you at, and you not finna be where I'm at. Not with that foolishness. Man, we all got them certain homeboys, man, that just don't know how to act nowhere.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, any way you take them, they
I'm gonna cut up.
yeah, man. I ain't got time for that, man.
Yeah, man. Okay, so what we gonna get into the last topic.
Hold on, well, before we get into the top, and it's a lot of y'all viewing, cause y'all be talking.
Ain't gonna lie, they tapping in. Too.
No, well, but see, a lot of y'all viewing and won't click on, cause you don't want nobody to see y'all viewing. I'd rather for you not to view, homie. If you don't rock with me, don't rock with me. If you don't rock with nephew, don't rock with us. Y'all, cause I see y'all telling, oh boy, I seen y'all. Well, we ain't see you.
We ain't gonna lie, every time we cut it off, the numbers never add up.
Yeah,
we be at 500-600 views, but they say we only got 13 views.
Yeah,
It
man.
be
So,
funny as hell.
tap on it. What you don't want nobody to see you watching us?
Man, listen, man, ain't never no pressure, man. It's business.
Man, I love all y'all.
Ain't never no pressure.
Yeah, let's go ahead. I had to just address that. Look.
Let me see.
Look at viewers go up.
Yeah,
People
they
got
going
that
up.
little
Nah,
big dick.
let me click on this because they going ain't no pressure, man.
It's
ain't
see me.
no pressure. No. We got some viewers. I mean, we got some comments. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. We done got lost in the sauce. We feeling this episode for sure. What up? What's up, the cuz? They too cuz. Go back. Oh, okay, Kiana goes back to they don't want to feel sour. They don't want to look like a punk. These days, people feel like they got to prove that they tough. Yeah, man. It's
Well,
a
you
lot
proving
of that
it too.
It's a lot of that going on because once you in that cell with you and Big Dog and he taking whatever you just got
Love you
ordered.
too.
Whatever he got, you know what I'm saying, got ordered. And shit, that's who you proving it to. Now you proving it to him because you got to protect yourself. So keep yourself out of that situation, man.
Let's get out of the fact of trying to prove something, man. You know who you need to prove something to?
Yourself.
Man, listen, I wake up every morning with motivation and trying to make myself be the better me. I gotta be better than I was yesterday. I gotta right some wrongs in my life.
Man, for sure.
The things that was wrong yesterday, I can't make them right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. So we finna get into respecting boundaries of a relationship. Respecting boundaries of a relationship. What are some of y'all boundaries on a relationship? Like, what are you going and not going for? And if somebody crossed that line, how do you deal with it? That's a real question. And I ain't gonna lie, that's a question for me because I really do want to know, like, how would you deal with a person, like, going against a boundary that you set? Whether it's reasonable or not reasonable. Do you
Give
talk
me an
about
example.
it? Say you talk to a certain person, right? I'm not gonna tell you that you should block them. But in my mind, you would want me to block somebody I was dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
So I would expect for you to do the same thing because you would expect this of me.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you don't, it's like a slap in the face. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So how would you deal with that boundary not being met?
How important is the boundary to you? You gotta ask yourself that. Cause guess what? You got other boundaries too, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing against no community, nothing against anybody, but if somebody that swung another different way tried to run down on you,
Yeah.
and you ain't gonna let that keep going.
Yeah, no, like we going.
But that's a boundary you stand on, right?
Yeah.
So there has to be some leniency in the boundaries that you've created on another level. You feel what I'm saying? Because if this is a boundary, you can't get crossed this, homie. It's either this or nothing. But I don't rock that way. And I ain't got nothing against nobody that do. That's you. But homie, you ain't finna play with me like that.
Right, for sure.
Talking about, boy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, bro. We ain't rocking like that, homie.
Yeah, like if you that way, you that way. Don't come on, don't bring your way over here.
Yeah,
I ain't
don't.
on that.
We ain't rocking like that, homie.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. They said, what's some boundaries when you're in a relationship? Boundaries for me, really, I'm not a person that's too big on boundaries. It's just respect me. I'm very, very big on respect because people who I studied growing up didn't tolerate disrespect. You know, like I really like witness like uncles and you know what I'm saying, people like put their hands on people for disrespecting them. So it's like I was always big on respect, like respect your elders, respect, you know what I'm saying, certain authorities, respect when somebody is really telling you right. And honestly, like T.I., he got a verse in the song that I live by to this day. I don't know what you'll do for your respect, but I'm gonna die for mine. And I stand on that. Like I don't play when it comes to my respect. You feel me? Like
Ask yourself this though, Wolf. I hear that. And that's what I want y'all to get away from, homie. I get that you respect Foolie. I get that you respect Fool Nine, but in a certain aspect, do you stand on that?
stand on what? That I'm gonna die for my respect.
Yeah. I ain't gotta die for it.
I mean me personally.
No. You ain't gotta die for it. Either respect me or get from around me. Why you gotta die for your respect, homie? This is a mentality that we done took in that we feel like is low. It's not, bro. I ain't gotta die for that.
So, but you don't feel like they play a way in the world now though? Like, you know, now that people like so easing up on, nah, I ain't gonna go to war with you because I know what can happen. It's like it's too many passes going on.
So listen. I'm glad you say that, Wolf. Cause I know where you at, Wolf, and that's why I always told you. And we gonna have a conversation, just me and you. Regardless of who listening, homie.
For sure.
I always respected you because you always stood on business, homie.
Fact.
And I love that. But sometimes that's detrimental.
And I'm not disagreeing with that because I know it is.
But hold on, me and you had a conversation after a situation one time. We're not gonna bring up the situation, but you remember I was standing in the old house. You came up and we talked. I said, "Listen, homie, who you trying to prove something to? For what? Why are you doing it? That's what me. Because that's when me and you first started really rocking.
Right.
You remember the situation, and I tell you, I'm saying, whoa, I respect that. But for what? Throw it all away for respect? Die for respect? Listen, bro. You ain't gotta respect what I'm doing. You ain't gotta respect me, bro. Just don't disrespect me. And before I allow you to disrespect me, when I realize you don't respect me, I'm gonna remove myself from the situation so you'll never be able to disrespect me again. Or not give me respect again. Because the only way I can allow you to not give me respect is if I give you the opportunity to. I'm gonna stay out your way, bro. It's people that don't have the opportunity to call my phone. It's people that don't have the grace to be able to contact me or to either respect or disrespect me. Because if you do it, I don't see it. So if I don't see it, is it respect or disrespect? It's none.
But at the same time, what built up that tolerance for you? Because
life.
Everybody not built like that.
No, and I don't expect you to be. That's why I said in the beginning of the conversation, bro. I want to come over here to where you ain't built like that. I want to sit right here by you and tell you, hey, homie, exit is that way. Mm-hmm. Now it's up to you to get up and come over here with me.
Okay, so but for the people that's overthinkers and I'm including the overthinkers, I'm with y'all. Mm-hmm. What advice do you give them? Like,
to the overthinkers, listen.
You let the situation pass, but now you got to go home and deal with the thoughts in your head.
Because the thoughts in your head are built up off a perception that you've created from the outside world. You got to think, bro. When you didn't always think this way, as you digested the culture, as you digested how people are supposed to move and how you thought that life was supposed to work, yeah. You created this whole scenario about what's right and what's wrong. Mm-hmm. You have no idea. The reason why you have no idea is because you're not tapped into the source.
Right.
You say, what's the source? I always go back to this, and this could not be fair, but I don't think I'm wrong. I know I'm right. You gotta tap into God, homie.
Yeah.
See, you trying to prove something to all the wrong people. See, once I'm lined up with God, I can care less how you feel.
But what about proving something to yourself?
You don't know yourself to prove something to yourself. Because until you know who you are in God, you don't know who you really are. Bible says this. It says, lean not on thine own understanding, but in all thy ways acknowledge God, and he'll direct your path. What happens is, I'm going to remove God, and I'm trying to direct my path. And the reason why I keep crashing out, because I really don't know where I'm going. Youngin drive trucks, right? Youngin has this thing. He has a dispatcher or a drive manager. Drive manager tells Youngin where he needs to go. Outside of the drive manager,
He just slime.
he don't know where he's going. God is your drive manager, homie. Outside of that, bro, you will just be going places. Not only do the drive manager tell you where you go, drive manager send you a route. And guess what the route gonna do? Because you drive trucks, I'm gonna put you on a road that's truck accessible. They don't put you on one of them bridges that you gonna run up on a bridge and your whole top of your truck gonna fly off because the clearance ain't high enough. I'm gonna give you the route to where you need to go.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Do you believe in intuition?
I believe intuition is funnel. I don't believe in intuition. I believe in this that is God inspired. See, what you call intuition, I believe it's the Holy Spirit that guides me. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See, they're one and the same, but they're driven by two different boats.
Right.
With two different drivers.
Yeah, one has a more of a witchcraft definition than one.
Intuition is driven by me. Holy Spirit is driven by God. I gotta get up. I gotta move myself out of the way. And that same channel of communication is still there. It's just someone else it has the mic.
Okay, so speaking on somebody that's not as spiritually active, and they go off of their intuition, and they go find what they're looking for. What is that?
Even a broke clock is right twice a day.
Because it's stuck on the same time.
Girl, you said it. I didn't. Because you said even how does wrong still be right?
Right.
Even a broke clock is right twice a day, homie.
So, okay. I ain't gonna lie. Now you messed me up with that one, but how do you go about dealing with that?
Let's talk about what you're really asking. How you deal with what, bro?
Finding what you're looking for.
You don't know what you're looking for because you're asking the wrong person. You're asking yourself. That's just like me. This is what you don't do. I don't ask 7, what you want to eat today?
Yeah, but in your voice, when the proof is in the pudding, what do you do with it then?
Say what you're really trying to say.
When you go looking for it and you find it, what do you do?
What did you look for it for?
Because of a funny feeling, a funny intuition.
Okay, I got you. You call it intuition. I call it the spirit was leading you.
The spirit.
Yeah.
The spirit.
He
you
led
prayed for it,
and
you found your answer. You know, you prayed for it, and it came to your front door. So it's like, damn, where to go from there? What do you do? I just seen it on your face what you should do.
Listen, bro. I'm gonna tell you this here, right? Bro, you gotta do this here, dog. If I ask you genuinely, bro, this is my situation, homie. What you think I should do? And I, boy, lay my heart out to you and tell you what you should do.
And you still do the opposite.
That's what you wanted to do. So the real question is, do you really want change? Because you asked for it. Now listen, I promise if God, you just show me this, boy, that's gonna be it. Boy, that's what it is.
Right.
And God show it to you. And that ain't what it is.
That ain't what it is.
So now the bigger question is this the problem or am I the problem? Because am I comfortable in toxicity? Am I comfortable in my problem? See what happens is, bro, you can get comfortable in a bad place. You know, that's why people stay on Section 8 all their life. And I don't got nothing against people on. Don't get me wrong, bro. Please don't disrespect. I mean, don't misunderstand me. That is meant for a step up.
Right.
That is meant for help. That's not a place to always be. But we as a people don't want to work for anything, bro. We're comfortable. That's why Trump was so popular, because he was passing out stuff.
True.
We don't want nobody to tell us that, hey, bro, you got to get up off your rump and go get it.
Yeah,
Oh, now see, they don't understand that.
we want the stimmies.
Some people need help, but then sometimes, bro.
She said apparently it was meant, so now what?
Apparently, what was meant, B?
Complacency.
You said complacent, but what you meant by apparently it was meant, so now what? Apparently, what was meant, B?
Because if it comes to you, what you gonna do about it?
Yeah, it was. Listen, bro. I'm gonna tell you, man. Get what the Bible said. This. He said, "You have not because you ask not." And if you ask me to show you, and I show you, see, this is why I don't. Sometimes I don't tell people stuff, because if I tell you, you ain't gonna do nothing with it anyway. And I don't want you to feel obligated or stay away from me because you feel like you disappointed me or you embarrassed. You see what I'm saying? Nah, man, I'm with whatever you with. Now, I don't mean that literally.
Yeah, right.
But if that's what make you happy, homie, do that.
Right.
But now, if you really want change, you got to be the change. You can't look. What they say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing, looking for a different result.
Okay, so what about when you switch up how you move, but then the person still like slap you in the face with the situation?
So who's driving your boat? See, you're more concerned about what this person feels. You got to do what makes you comfortable. See, a lot of people in relationships right now because they don't want to hurt the other person, but they're suffering in silence. The whole time, bro, you dying on the inside. The whole time you're not feeling yourself. The whole time, and it's not meaning that we'll never be together. It's just at this time.
This ain't it.
This ain't it, man. We playing.
For sure.
We playing with each other, man. And bro, you holding me back and I'm holding you back. And I love you to the moon and back. But guess what? I love you enough to let you go. Oh, she said, so now you found it out. Now what? Yeah. So what you gonna do with it? Why did you even want to know? If you weren't gonna do nothing about it, don't know about it. I'm about to tell people, don't go looking through that man's phone. Don't go to checking on this girl. If you don't want to do nothing about it, man, leave it alone.
I mean, you got some people that get their revenge in silence.
See, getting your revenge, bro, is a form of toxicity also. Because that's what you've always did.
Right.
It's just a form of throwing a tantrum.
Yeah.
Let's change the situation. Hey, bro, I ain't gotta hit you back, homie. Now, physically I do. You know, you punch me now. I'm just telling you that. So don't get it twisted. Don't walk up and punch Unc now. Unc gonna hit you back. But I'm saying, in a situation like that, baby, I ain't gotta get back at you. You can get gone.
Facts.
Or baby girl, you ain't gotta get back at fool. Because why compromise who you are? Why give yourself away? Why experience another? Why let somebody enter your body or swap spirits with somebody just because this person made a mistake, or because this person didn't know your value? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna confirm how he feels, that your value is nothing.
Facts.
For you to just go give yourself away just because you're trying to get back at somebody, you need to get in control with your feelings. Your feelings wrong. You tripping.
For sure. What they saying?
Yeah, that's what she said. You always do what you always done, you're gonna get what you always got. The same habit leads to the same. Exactly, B.
Nah, big facts. I ain't gonna lie, that's real.
And bro, she just answered your question, homie. Bro, if you always do what you, man, I'm gonna give this a chance, man. Please, homie. And I'm not saying nothing about nothing. What I'm saying is, listen, until we get on the same boat and realize, sometimes, bro, you gotta just walk away from somebody and let them know what they're missing.
Yeah.
And not saying that we won't get back together, but on it's gonna be on these terms now that we do. bro, you gonna be got dog. We gonna straight. This boat gonna fly straight, brother.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, we ain't finna play no game.
For sure.
I ain't got no game plan. But nephew must be watching. Nephew say, boy, broke clock right twice a day. Sheesh, whoa.
Nah, real spill. That's some real shit.
Let's go.
That's it, man. We done hit
No, yeah, bro, we got 20 minutes.
Hit all the topics, man.
No, we didn't.
I want to freestyle.
What's that?
Oh, well, we ran through all of them.
We ran through the topics already?
Everything.
Oh my gosh. Boy, y'all was a good crowd tonight.
Man, I'm telling you, man, they hung out. We got to give them something to look forward to for next weekend, though. So, man, listen, we appreciate y'all.
Let's
Thank
find out
you.
they got some questions for us. What y'all
Well,
want to
shit,
talk
come
about?
on, let it fly. What y'all got for us? Let it fly.
And right now I can only really read what's on Facebook. I can't really read the
Man, we gonna change this
Uh-oh.
on Instagram. Instagram be going crazy.
Oh, that Bodie, that's nephew. So I feel
Okay. Yeah, I have to respect you, but if you around me and I fuck with you and that love, I expect the same respect or get the fuck from around me, for sure. Okay, yeah, Instagram been tapping in too.
yeah. Fudu was just trying to tell me the comments going on.
Yeah, Instagram been going on too, man. What's up? Y'all got some questions? Okay, you know.
Yeah, man, y'all give me your questions on Instagram. Hey nephew, tap in. What you got for me?
For sure.
You know-
Hey, I was saying though, Swerve, we dropping an interview tomorrow?
Oh yeah, hey man, I want to take this time
Matter
too,
of
man.
fact, 12 p.m. I mean AM. Damn, I'm talking about PM. AM. 12 a.m.
I want to take this time right here, man, to tell y'all, man, my youngin', man, that boy Swervo Tarantino, boy, that boy birthday at 12 o'clock, man. Y'all tap in. We dropping the interview for Swervo Tarantino. Big shout out to youngin', man. Happy birthday, man. Bro, I love you. Bro, you know what I mean? Proud of you, boy. Free that boy Do the Roof. Free that boy Gucci. My other sons, boy, I love y'all boys too, man. And
Free said.
bro, we praying for y'all, bro. Free that boy Hefe. Free that boy Big Trapper, my nephew. I love you. Boy, you know, we really trying to with this raw table talk, man. I want y'all to understand something. We really trying to change the narrative.
Man, we
Trying to
out here.
create a safe space where y'all can really, you know,
Man,
come somewhere and talk.
be a
to me.
voice.
Yeah, man.
Be a voice.
We'll
Don't hide it.
be an ear for y'all. You know what I mean?
Don't hide it, because that was my biggest problem, man. Until I went and talked to the kids is when I really realized, like, well, you got a voice for real. People gonna listen to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, a resume speak for itself. You can put a nigga in Google and, you know what I'm saying? That's how I prove to the youngest who a nigga is.
Let me tell you this, well, it's a story in the Bible about when Jesus he was at some place preaching, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was this dude that needed healing, and the house that Jesus was in, right? They couldn't get in, but their homeboy was crippled, so they took their homeboy home and went up on the roof of the house. This man crippled, they got to carry him up there. His homeboys did this. Bible don't say their name; it just say his homeboy. Took him up on the roof. They broke through the roof and lowered dude down through the roof in front of Jesus, because they wanted change for him that bad. First lesson out of that is, bro, how much do you love your homie?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta love your homie enough to want change for him.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever it take, bro, I'm gonna take you there.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the other part of that. When they put him in front of Jesus and Jesus healed him, Jesus told him this. He said, hey man, pick up your mat and go home. Why did Jesus tell the man to pick up his mat and go home? He wanted him to pick up his mat because that was his testimony. The mat is what he laid on his whole life. You just said something, bro. I can go on Google. I can show you my story. That's your mat.
Mm-hmm.
Pick up your mat. That's why I don't never shun away from my mat. My mat is my story. I'm dirt dog, jit, boy. I done did everything under the sun.
Yeah,
but boy, I'm here.
hot boy Tom.
Yeah, and I'm here right now.
Fact.
You feel me? That's your mat.
Fact.
Never drop your mat. Let your mat be your testimony in your home. Because the reason why he told him to go home, because it's people that knew you as the cripple man. It's people that knew you as the hot boy. It's people that knew you as the hothead. It's people that knew me as the wrong person. Mm-hmm. Now they know me for doing right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the story that can inspire somebody else. I'm about to say free T1, yeah, man. Free nephew too, man. Tell that boy blow my phone up too, man. Love that little fella though.
Yeah, man. Listen.
Yeah, man. We might hold on. What they say? Love others how you love yourself. That's why self-love, having the emotional intelligence, communicate properly, just like y'all said, bro. I love that. That's nephew, man. Shout out to my nephew, man. That's my sister boy.
For sure.
I love that, boy. I love how your mind open up, homie, and you live in your truth, regardless of how somebody else feel, man. Always live your truth, man. You know what you see us around is what we be around, man. Once again, man. Happy birthday to that boy Swervo. Y'all check that boy Swervo. Y'all go hit up his page. Y'all do this for me. Everybody go hit up Swervo page. Tell that boy happy birthday, man.
Shout him out. 12 o'clock, man. It's up.
And we gonna drop that interview, man.
It's already ready. We just waiting on 12 to hit.
Yeah, man.
It's
I love
up.
the way these comments going, man. Love y'all, man. Till
Listen,
next time.
next Friday, man, tap in 9 p.m. We gonna be here. If you need an interview, DM. We'll get you on the schedule for 2023. We ain't taking no more interviews this year. 2023, we're gonna reboot the interviews. You gotta make sure you know everything professional. It's gonna be a deposit, but you know, y'all tap in. We'll get it figured out, man. Fuck with y'all. Raw Table Talk to the fullest.
We out. Yes, sir.